Hello, beautiful collective here. Thank you so much for being here. This is a collective reading, okay? We're just going to see what messages come through here for those of you watching. What is your message, collective? What is your message, your current energy? Okay, I like this. This feels like we're getting some kind of clarity here. This could be around the physical world, the physical placement of everything, where we stand on a physical level, where our money's at, where our career is at, or we are striving for some kind of clarity in this area. For some of you, you could actually interpret this as, I'm no longer making progress, or progress has stopped altogether. That is not the case. There's always this paradox with every situation that is taking place. So for as dire as a situation can seem, is also as strong or as positive as it can be on the flip side, right? We're just not always perceiving both of those sides simultaneously. Although for you, you are very actually intuitive about all of this. It's mostly just about listening. Nice. Some of you, this is going to be translating into increased independence, okay? This is our feminine fire energy here as well, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. So you could be, harnessing this energy, especially if you're seeing this in Aries season, in order to pave your own path, to create your own way. I actually feel, probably for the first time in a while, a superbly and supremely strong empowerment just radiating off of this reading. I do feel some of this is very feminine, okay, feminine empowerment, but this is not, specified to just one gender or the other, but it is definitely this energy of rising up, okay, of feeling certain strength, of feeling, wow, just a lot, making a lot of good things happen here and turning the tables to the winning side, in a sense, is what it feels, okay? That's a really cool energy. Some of you could be, starting up a business here. You could be very guided to improve upon, enhance upon a business, or to prioritize your own health, well-being, and happiness more than you have been. Some of you are still looking at some things in the past as well. Maybe trying to understand them, feeling like you're recovering from some insecurities that were left from those situations, those relationships, whatever it was that happened, okay? What else is going on with you guys? The collective here. Nice. Options are opening up to you. Some of you are also doing multiple things at once, so you could feel creative in multiple ways or passionate towards multiple directions here. And it's like you are going ahead and exploring those options, exploring those passions, not limiting yourself so much. And you have the capacity to do this now. It's interesting too, because it's like there is a revealing of how simple some things are or how not well made they actually are. But then at the same time, there's the flip side of it where it's like, yes, but it also is showing you something or telling you something, which ultimately makes it perfectly and intricately made. I do feel like there's a process going on here. It's like when you go into your independence, when you go into pursuing your own happiness here, maybe you're even shifting your aesthetic or just doing what pleases you. At first, there's a bit of this leap, right? It's a bit of this all right, I'm doing it. I'm going to commit to my own path here, going out on my own or rising up and making this happen, whatever it is. And then that's when these other options, even people and paths, come into play, right? It's like a whole progression. You could just feel like you're done with things that are hidden or things that are making hidden progress or just you can't clearly see when they're progressing. Maybe it's too stressful, and that's also what's encouraging you to move into this more independent energy. Interesting. A lot of fire going on here, so a lot of action, a lot of inspiration, a lot of passion, a lot of movement and motion, inspired action especially. And again, you could be dealing with fire signs because you've got the Knight and the Queen here. So Aries, Leo, I don't know why I almost said Cancer. That's interesting because Mars just moved into Cancer, but Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, right? Sun, Moon, Rising energies. This Knight of Wands is interesting. He can be a little bit, or they can be a little bit messy, a little haphazard, a little unorganized as I perceive them. But there's some kind of a message they're here to deliver, which is interesting. This could be something, so you're on your path, you're walking the walk here, you're kind of getting a better sense of your independence. And I do feel some of this projected out into the future. I'm not sure why this became a bit of a future reading, but it did. So wherever you are in the journey, take it or leave it. But I really feel like somebody comes in to test you again, to see where you're at. This stirs up feelings of being trapped in fear. Stirs up feeling of disempowerment, of not knowing what you're doing. And it's like, okay, are you ready to flip the coin here and see that right on the other side of that is you being extremely empowered and strong mentally? Are you there yet? I think you are. I think that community and friendship and people that you can connect with, like-minded people, can help you a lot to remember yourself here, to remind you of something stable, steady, and empowering as well. Especially if someone comes in to create a little bit of a tornado, a disaster, or a mess. Somebody could have been very restricted with what they offered you here that you were dealing with in the past. Could have been a job as well. Like it was very, what are you gonna use it for? Okay, you get this, but it's only that you get this. Like this kind of energy where it was very, somebody had this power dynamic. Could also be that you were dealing with just a shared resource situation here. Ironically, I actually get quite a bit of harmony for some of you that was present in a situation, quite a bit of balance that at least was being strived for. But eventually there was a weird power, something with the power here, because somebody wanted to be the distributor, and decide what you got or who got what. And I don't know if that worked for you. That could be partly why some of you are really wanting to work for yourself or break into a more independent path here. I don't think you want to be under that energy anymore. Anything else going on for the collective? Any other message that you have for them? Please and thank you. Spirit. Knight of Swords. This is a lot about fighting. I feel like somebody's been there with you through every step, through all the fights, through all the dramas, through all the pains and the chaos, through you being a warrior, through you battling. I see this as very feminine energy as well, having to guard and fight and be in this logical warfare and this logical game sometimes. And this has been really hard and challenging. I also feel somebody here judges themselves super harshly and looks at everything that they're doing and their actions and really worries about the way that they've been personally, I feel like that's you. A lot of you, I feel like that's really you. And I feel like other people you've dealt with in situations, they haven't been in that area as much. I feel a lot of love and a lot of support. It's like every time you were dealing with this chaos and this drama, there was an energy with you, supporting you and helping you. There can still be fights and drama and frustrations that emerge or reemerge, connected to, finances or shared resources, or even just a shared situation in the material realm, like the environment, some kind of a partnership. There can also be again, like the power dynamic thing. There can also be a real question there. Get a little more on this. There's the heartbreak, the heartache. Some of the heartache just came from the war, the fighting. I really feel like you're rising out, like the phoenix energy, rising up out and moving forwards from this and creating a lot for yourself by doing that. I do think you'll be tested again. but it doesn't seem anywhere near what you've been through here and what you're breaking out of here. And it's not even so much tested. It's like there's a message that wants to be delivered to keep things well-rounded. Any other messages here for the collective, please and thank you? Two of Wands. Wow. I feel some of you are really succeeding strongly. You have this energy floating up in the spirit realm quite strongly of success. Some of this, what you've been through, it's going to help keep you grounded through this success, okay? Whatever success is to you, however you define it, but when you reach it, this is going to help keep you grounded. Remember your roots and who you are, that kind of an energy. I also feel like there is a real special thing that emerges between past and future in this present energy, between what's happened and where you're going. I do think you're going to linger on this situation, this person, this heartache, whatever this has been for a while, even if it's just like a ghost that's present, you know, a ghost of a memory or a ghost of something. But I do feel like you're not fully able to let this go. But I think you're finding a good balance spot within that. You're still focusing in, setting your sights on the future as well, and claiming what you can here, what is rightfully yours in the present. Any other messages for you? Please and thank you. Page of Wands. This is about a journey, travel, trip. Again, you've got so much fire here. It's not even funny. So some of you are really connecting with a fire energy, like a fire sign, a person. But I really feel more so this is influence. I mean, Page of Wands, to me, that's the card of journeying, of adventuring, of taking a trip, a travel. It could even be where you meet this Knight of Wands energy. Could also be a younger fire energy, fire sign, okay? I do think you're going to release the burden, release the baggage for the most part, and move forwards. Watch out for this messy person if you meet them in the future. Like, it doesn't mean that they're literally messy, but like somebody who's a bit haphazard, chaotic, sloppy, messy, that kind of a thing. You don't want to get trapped again or disempowered again in your mind. You're doing too much here. Some of you, it's really about staying single for a while or staying independent for a while here. And sticking to what keeps your mind clear, okay? What keeps you in the clear, what keeps you in the know. Some of you need to be more, I don't think frugal is the right word, no, more like the opposite, like more, you need to let yourself free a bit more. You don't need to commit so deeply or hard to one thing or one person at this time. You might be able to be more open, okay? Some of you could also see your connections shifting. You really might distance yourself from the pursuit of the material, money, material things, into the pursuit of your spirit and your passion and your inspiration. Could also be that you distance yourself from a feminine earth energy here, okay? Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm just trying to understand why you would distance from them. You may just not want to engage with them anymore, again, related to power dynamics or a lack of clarity. Or drama and fighting. What else is going on in the collective? Any other messages for the collective? Please and thank you. Take a trip, you guys. If you can take a trip, even if it's just a short trip, a different route, a day trip, a few hours, a week, a few days, a weekend. If you can take a trip, okay? If you can travel overseas or travel abroad, even better. Or if you can go east, okay? Because east is the direction of beginnings. And I feel like a lot of this is facing east. For some of you, I understand if you resonate more with the west, because sometimes we need the west to process endings, yeah? But I just feel like at some point, eventually, you're going to want to go east, see a horizon, a beginning. and soak in some kind of movement. I really feel like some of you are going to go abroad. Okay? I feel like some of you are going to travel east, abroad. Any other messages? Please, you guys, please remember you can always email us for personal reading inquiries. It's frequencyoftheheart@gmail.com. All of the information is below, and please always be careful. Watch out for people reaching out to you for readings, soliciting readings. Those are not genuine, okay? Also, do know that this is timeless. Some of you, there's a marriage involved here, a creative union or a contract, a legal arrangement, a legal agreement. This could even be foreign affairs, something like this. Why is this showing up for you here, collective? There's something with the karma here, the balance, the truth, the justice energy. Legal would remind me of like marriage. Could be divorce, separation, but I'm getting more the marriage energy. Ooh, there's sadness here. We feel sad with grief, loss, emotional scarcity connected to this. Okay, what are you trying to say about this? Ooh, but something wants to resurrect, okay? This might not be now, it might come in the future, but something may want to resurrect, especially if you let it go or move forwards. It's like, in that energy, it may come back around. Or you may have to deal with something like this again. Could also be a creative opportunity that comes back around here. Yeah, that's one of those many options here. We just had a short reading on the channel that was similar about considering the options. And I feel like, especially with living or where you want to go, and I actually feel like an option that will not be considered by you for a moment, simply because of what it causes you, the hurt and pain it causes you. Maybe it feels like it's done. I feel like this option can re-emerge in the future. You may not want it then, but it can. Anything else here? Please and thank you. High Priestess, very strong intuition. As we said before, you guys need to just tune in and listen to your intuition if you ever are feeling superbly lost or overly emotional or in your minds, in your head. You need to go within, into your inner mysteries, your inner emotions, your inner secrets, even into your fears. Why am I afraid of this? How can I go into this fear? What doesn't, kill you makes you stronger. So if you're going into a fear or something like that, you're going to come out stronger, right? And how perfectly synchronistic here. Just ended a reading on our TikTok with this message, so it's definitely the energy around. I really feel somebody's going to come back here with a much more emotionally based offer, okay? I really feel too like the answers that you seek, you already have. It's just sometimes hard to get going with it and to do it. Page of Cups could be a younger water energy, kind of a playful energy, almost like a sprite spirit here. This person could be very mischievous, but they could offer you little nuggets of wisdom. I wouldn't get romantically involved, but if you do, keep it light, if that's an option. Nice. I think that these are more hidden energies at the end here, because Spirit's like, keep going, keep going. Well, this is the vibe of success, okay? Very strong success. You do figure out how to find some stability and cultivate some stability in your life. You do figure out how to take these new beginnings in stride and how to just absolutely go for it, okay, in bigger and bigger ways. And you also find out how to do this without attaching it to a person or to a thing or to a place or a product or a way of doing something, or you are no longer attaching this at some point to the external, like that it's dependent on something. You are realizing the universe offers it energetically. Some of you also are going to feel extremely passionate to write something, like to write a novel or to deliver something out here with your pen. Also, this could be like a tattoo artist. This is like a needle, like I'm seeing all this different energies, a key, like realty, or like sewing. This could also be leadership role. I'm hearing dictating. So there's something like that here for some of you. You're going to feel extremely inspired towards, even a little further along this line that's going to bring amazing and incredible stability to you, even maybe some nice financial, like if you have a book that you've written or you feel, amazed to write here, you might be surprised at what kind of financial situation that could set you up with at some point. Might be a bit more of a long-term energy we're reading, but it is definitely there, and what better time to start than now, or to work on it than now, yeah? So, all right, that seems to be all the messages that we have for you guys. We send you a lot of love. Keep on keeping on. Slow and steady wins the race, I hear. Day by day, step by step, build, build, build. All right. All right. Thanks so much for receiving this, you guys, and take care. Much love.